Hello, everyone.
Hello, everybody in the chat.
It's Ian Friday, and behind the scenes is going to be myself, Artful Ears with Diana, and behind the scenes is also going to be backstage in the panel in the Peanut Gallery, I guess, is
Peanut Gallery.
both of us is Gracie Shack, and we might have Paul's Blind Suit for the Soul said he might join us on panel.
Oh.
Very cool.
And anybody who wants to join us, because I need all the help I can get.
Oh, like 2 women against 1 man? You want to have 2 men against 2 women?
No, I don't. You don't have to. I mean, I can be completely surrounded by a harem of women if you want, but as long as we've got somebody who knows what they're doing. I mean, it's like we aren't no.
Well, I always like to see the biscuits. You know what I mean?
Hey, just on subject. Hey, breaking news. Where are we?
What's that? I've got the chocolate.
By the way, this program is not sponsored by Jaffa Cake.
No. Oh, Jaffa Cake. Oh, are they the bar one?
Packet Jaffa. Look.
Ian.
Empty. Can you believe it? Look, Jaffa Cake. What use is an empty Jaffa Cake packet?
Yeah. Oh my goodness, Ian.
You could use it, but anyway, we're going to be.
Hello, people in the chat. I'll be saying hello to you in a minute.
I'm not going to be in YouTube chat today because every time I need my elite team of YouTubers. Anything that's said, please relate it to me.
Yeah, that's me and Diana's job. Yeah.
That's both Gracie and I both are doing that.
I only give them one job and they do it great.
Hello, people in the chat and behind the scenes talking for those people that, well, most people know it's usually Gracie and myself, and today we also might have Paul's Blind Suit for the Soul might join us on the panel. So I'm going to put Ian on the big screen.
Big screen.
Big screen. Live comments. Oh, look.
And I might have to take out my logo. My logo might be in the way of your.
Look at the size of that logo. Get it
I know that's an overlay. I know. I like this overlay logo, but I can make it
it's taking up half of my.
Let me adjust
it. Screen.
Okay. Hey, Gracie, can you read the chat and say hello to people? Because I got to adjust this overlay right now.
I can certainly. Hello, everybody in the chat. Hello, Grayscale, Chrissy. I can't pronounce. Queejin Comic Art.
Oh yes,
fair enough. That's about as close as we'll get.
Yeah.
Hi Grayscale. Hi Chrissy.
There's Phil. Riri.
Oh yeah,
Caroline.
Yes, he's a true supporter.
Caroline Hillbilly, 1961. Howdy.
Riri.
Hello, Caroline Hillbilly, 1961.
There we go. We've got enough people to make a start.
Hi everyone. I'm going to type in the chat. I'm going to do chat brave. There you go.
Hey.
And now I make my smaller on the right corner.
That's it. Well, that's okay.
But I like the big overlay, but whatever. I know it's in your way. So
well, unfortunately, because we're in this format today,
no problem.
That is the critically important.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it. I know.
So it's
I like
not
the drawing. Very nice.
It's been a pain in backside. It's been a right pain in backside.
Has it really?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I just kept drawing it and redrawing it and drawing it and drawing it and nothing.
Oh yeah.
The anxiety of it all.
Yeah.
I know what that's like.
I know what that feels like. Yeah. Oh, Ian, I have some arts news. You know, Mind of the
Wait a minute. Stop. If we've got some art news, we need a jingle. Art news.
Welcome to Friday, everybody. Do you know Steve, the Mind of the Watercolor?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my God, this is so cool. He's got his own line in the Daniel Smith paints.
Yes.
Yeah, he's actually got his own. It says Daniel Smith art materials or whatever on the thing. And then
I believe Danielle Smith is a woman.
Is it?
Because it's spelled Danielle, and like that's a woman's name, Danielle.
Well, bloke who introduced it and the person who owns it's a man.
Okay, all right, maybe I'm wrong.
No, it might be. I mean, the original company might have been named after a woman. I don't know. Do you know what? Don't ask me about how you spell things, because guess what? Okay. I'm dyslexic.
You're dyslexic.
That's okay.
That's my excuse for everything.
You can ask me how to spell things. I'm a pretty good speller.
I'm a good
speller. Are you sure that's how you smell? That's how you spell Daniel Smith?
I have to look again just to confirm, but I'm pretty sure I'm remembering it correctly. But yeah, the way I remember it being spelled is like I'm like, yeah, that's a woman's name. It's Danielle.
Danielle.
Daniel. Danielle.
Yeah, but it's.
Oh, that's Daniel. There's an E in it. Danielle.
It's a bit like, but then again, even in the male or female gender, there may be different derivatives of how you spell it.
That is true. Yeah.
So I don't know, but the guy he were interviewed a while ago. The person who owns Daniel Smith's, but it's not. I don't think that's the person who originally owned it. I mean, it might have been someone. It might have been a woman who had it originally.
It could have.
But then again, it might have been a lot of companies are named after, businesses' wives.
Yes, you're right.
Things like that.
I did not know.
Oh yeah, quite a few. They put the wife's name in because they love them so much.
Oh, that's nice.
If I ever built a new company, it'd be Onyeta.
Yeah.
Onyeta.
Oh, that's a pretty name. That's your wife's name?
That's my wife's middle name, yes. I don't know how to spell it. There's a really funny story about that. When because Irene's Filipino, we had to go through all like special, arrangements to see whether she weren't just marrying me for my money and all that sort of stuff. One of these bogus brides and all that sort of stuff. And we had to go for an interview. And we've been courting one another for 5 years, and I knew her name was Onyeta, right? But because I'm dyslexic and because I don't know how to spell Onyeta,
and you couldn't spell it.
I couldn't spell it. And this like very stern government person were going, "How come you've known her for 5 years and you don't? It's a scam."
Oh yeah.
What a nightmare.
Honestly, I need to, and it's a good job it were a woman, because if it had been a man asking me that, I'd have raised my fist and I would have said, "Shut up or die."
Oh, Grayscale's getting impatient. He's saying, "Who cares, Danielle? Start painting. Start painting."
Yes, you're right. You're right. I mean, I've got to say, we waffle too much on this channel, and it's going to change. It is going to change.
All right. It's going.
I'm only kidding.
You have to be quiet and just watch Ian paint.
Yeah, there you go.
I tell you what, I have got to do. I've got to get my picture up.
Oh.
I've got to find that. Where have I put that? Where is that? That's what they call it did in Gremlins. When he did something. That and Teletubbies. Teletubbies as well. I was going into Teletubbies today. I'm just not in the mood for Teletubbies.
No, me neither.
Thank you for the super chat.
You're very welcome.
Put in super chats. Go on, do your dancing now while I'm going.
Okay, time for
do your dancing while I'm setting up.
Time for the super chat dance. The super chat happy dance and light show.
You've got more money than sense.
I know. Actually, it's only £2. That's all I give them. I'd like to give more, but I don't have it.
Oh, you give plenty. That's fine. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. And okay, let me get this going.
Wiggle, 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 wiggle.
Okay, Diana, twerking. You should get some pom-poms and do it.
I do. I'm getting some, not pom-poms, but I'm getting some lighted wands.
Hey, some glow sticks.
Wands. So yeah,
Well,
go like that with lighted wands. The super chat. Super chat. Thank you.
Have you come up with a proper song yet?
I like that song. That's cool. When you do it like that.
I'm not a songwriter, but I don't. Thank you. I gotta think of something. I guess I saw.
We love you for the super chat. We think it's very nice. Thank you, and I can't think of any more words. You'll finish the rest of this song.
That's a good thank you for the super chat.
Thank you very much. We all come from the 70s and remember the Coca-Cola song.
Oh, wasn't that special, guys?
Why can't I find? I'm sorry, guys. I ought to have had all this all out, but I've just had a pretty long day. Honestly, I've had a really long day. It's been at least 24 hours.
It's been at least 24 hours. It's not over yet, Ian.
It's not over. It's not over till it's over. You're right.
Are we going to pause?
I'm sorry, we're just not ready yet, guys. I do actually need me reference image for this.
That's all right, Mr.
Because I have no imagination.
I don't believe that for a second. But no, I know what you mean.
It's always good to work from it's always good to work from a reference image, guys.
I agree.
Honest governor. Believe me, I'm a professional. Yeah, we're getting close. Here it is.
I'm going to ask what brand of paint you're using. I can't guess.
No, you can't. You've already done it.
What did you say? I can't remember now.
Oh, what did I say to you? You're not listening, are you? These are a mixed brand of paint.
That is it, mixed brand. Sorry. Yeah, no, you're quite
Therefore,
right.
they have no brand.
That's a good idea.
Some of them are some of them are Sennelier, some of them are De Larone, some of them are Winsor & Newton, some of them are Schminke.
Oh, Schminke.
Wow,
Schminke. Look at me with Schminke.
Is that
me? It's all about me. Schminke.
Schminke is Russian? Is that Russian paints?
No.
No, I don't know.
No, the European.
Yeah.
I forget which country they come from, actually.
Schminke.
I'm not sure. I would make a bet that they're Russian.
They might be German.
Yes, I think you're right. I think they are German.
Schminke. They might. Don't quote me. They may not be. But the European. They're a European company.
They sound German the way they spell it.
They're saying that if they were German, they'd probably be Schminkelbergen, wouldn't they?
Okay, bye, Phil. Riri, bye. Thank you. Have a good breakfast.
Oh, bye.
And I'm going to use one of these as well.
Ooh,
I'm going to watch the stream. Thanks so much, Phil.
I love wax resist.
Wax resist.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about the painting itself, right?
Yeah.
This is I don't know whether it's a bride.
Or
she's wearing or a princess or some sort of fantasy princess, you know. Mm-hmm. And she's wearing what they call a mermaid dress. The top part of it is satin.
Oh, right? Nice.
Right, with some little bits of embroidering so far there.
Nice.
Right, and then it puffs out into like little bits like that. And that is lace.
Oh, lace as well. Very nice.
So it's like a layer over a layer.
Yeah.
So on that bit, I'm going to show you a technique to make it look like lace.
Very nice.
That one. Hello, Be Amazing Sylvia.
Hello.
Now, on a thing I'm wondering about. You see that this bit here, which is the carpet that she stood on, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what colour to do that yet. And then there's this bottom bit of the wall, and then there's this top bit of the wall that goes round like that. And I'm not 100% sure what colour to do it all in.
Good question.
But we'll make a start with getting that done.
Mm-hmm.
The main thing, and then we'll worry about that later, because it's just a side feature. That it's just to frame the actual thing.
It's really. I love the drawing. The drawing.
What's going on with that?
What? What colour's the dress going to be, Ian?
It's going to be white.
Oh,
but you'll be really surprised.
So it's like a wedding dress. Is that her wedding dress?
It could be, yeah. I mean, you could. I mean, if you didn't want it to look like a wedding dress, obviously you could do it like a lovely blue colour or whatever, or even a strong red,
or a turquoisey teal kind of colour.
Well, what you've got to think about is you've got the background is the countryside. There's trees and there's. So what you want to avoid is colours that are going to be.
Turquoise wouldn't work. No.
It really wouldn't work because it would be too. All that would be too. Well, you want something contrasty. It may look nice in a light purple stroke, going on towards a reddy purple.
Yeah.
You know, just to contrast it against them.
Yeah.
So you've got to really think it out. If you're going to use unique colours that are not in the reference, that's something that you've got to like go, right, well, would that area there that's quite close to the painting itself, the main feature, would that detract from it or would it support it, help it? And
do you know what? I think that's what I've been. I don't think it's the painting of my watercolour mishaps lately. It's contrast. I really struggle with contrast.
Lots of people, it's not easy to grasp.
And now that you've talked everything through with that, just with your picture, that just totally makes sense to me now. And I think that's where I've been struggling these past couple of weeks with contrast.
I mean, a very, very, very basic way of looking at contrast, right, and getting it right is dark always goes good against light.
Yes, of course.
But that's more in a tonal value kind of a manner.
Yeah.
So I'm getting myself a nice yellow now.
Oh, that's a nice yellow.
It's I don't know if it's New Gamboge or I think it is New Gamboge.
Oh, New Gamboge.
It's very nice. It's a very strong.
That's kind of a, what would you say? Is that a mustardy yellow or?
Yeah, it is. It's more towards the.
Like gold, maybe.
It's a bit weird. New Gamboge. It's not like Indian yellow, which is a very mustardy yellow.
Oh yeah, I have that in my white.
It's more going towards a slightly brown orange.
Yeah, a bit of brown in there.
Yeah. Well, I think it has. I'm being very, very careful here. Why am I using a great big brush to do delicate areas? Well. So I've got that in, and I'm gonna now. I'm gonna reinforce that by. I mean, I'm putting one of my favourite colours in it here.
Oh.
And that's Caput Mortem.
Nice.
Caput Mortem.
Caput Mortem, yeah.
Yeah, that's Latin. Latin for what?
End. Death.
Oh, okay.
Dead. I don't know how to call it that. It's been around for centuries. Caput Mortem. It's one of the classics.
Oh, yeah. Of course it is. Yeah, I know what you mean now.
And I'm going to let that fade out a little bit. I'm just thinking slightly that it's a bit of a golden sunset kind of a thing.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean. Although I'm going to let that dry a bit. But now I'm going to bring my greens in. Pot background.
I like those colours there. That's really, really nice.
You can tell I'm painting with quality paints for a change.
You can. Yeah, because they're transparent, but they're really vibrant. The colours.
Yeah. Not to say that I'm using a flicking motion that's ever so slightly dry, and I'm taking it from this point in, and I'm going.
And then you're pushing it upwards.
And I'm trying not to do the classic thing that a lot of people do. Go.
Oh, yeah, push it around.
If you do that, all you're doing is agitating your paint and agitating your paper. It's a very deliberate one stroke.
One stroke brush. Yeah.
One stroke.
Yeah.
Hello, JCT, one of my
JCT
members. She's at the Artsy Fartsy Friends level. I'm sorry, she's at the Artsy Fartsy Enthusiast level of membership.
You got to get your levels right here.
No. I got them right. They're easy to remember. I just misspoke. Because yeah. So.
Right, so I've got a little bit later.
JCT's here, and I'll be dropping her link later, and I got to drop you guys links too. I should drop you guys Ian's link, and even though Ian's link is in the description box,
it is. I would imagine vast majority of people actually know
where you are.
I'm actually writing in the chat again. Can you believe it?
There you go.
Yeah.
You're more than welcome. So while we've got this like bluish kind of feel, I'm introducing a little bit of blue into it as well.
Hello, Fairmont Paint and Photos, aka Bruce.
Yes. Hello, Bruce.
Yeah. Mr. Unicorn, hello.
Hello, Mystic.
John.
Hey, where is she? Is she driving?
Are you driving?
Is she home? We always need to know.
Yeah. Hello, Mystic.
Right, so that's that bit basically blocked in. Let's.
Wow.
What she's on, she's like I don't know. I've created this. She didn't have that around her originally, but I just thought it'd look nice to put her in some sort of balcony. And for
I really like that colour.
For health and safety reasons, she needs to have like some sort of like I don't know, thing that so that she don't fall off at castle.
Yeah.
Like that
would be unfortunate.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah. Hey, listen, you don't want your princesses falling off a castle, do you?
No, not really.
You're supposed to be there to, wait until Prince Charming comes along and all that bag of machines.
Yeah.
So again, I'm going to block that area in. Now down here, the farther you get down, what's the old motto? On a tree. What do we say about a tree?
You can tell us.
No, I want people to tell me.
I don't know. You paint the background first or something?
No. With a tree.
Yeah.
Light at the top.
Oh yeah.
Dark at the bottom.
I get it. Yeah. I love that yellow colour. That's just really, really nice.
So we're just getting
health
and safety. Well, we've got to think about it. We're in a health and safety conscious environment nowadays.
Well, yeah, it is monetized channel and everything. Yeah.
Even princesses need to be conscious of their health and safety.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, all this frog kissing. How do we know that that's not the way that all these horrible viruses have been spreading?
Oh.
Frog kissing.
Chat's going pretty fast today.
Yes, that's going fast.
Yeah, they've all had the Jaffa cakes. That's why.
And supposedly Bruce has a new nickname called the Blocker. Can somebody explain why his nickname is called the Blocker?
Because he was blocking in the colour.
Really?
Yeah.
The blocker.
Oh, it's not something more sinister.
No.
The blocker.
Just don't read the chat, Diana, then you won't be offended. No, I don't know what. I'm trying to keep up with the chat.
Right, so that's me.
Okay, Bruce. Bruce can only stay for a couple minutes. He's having computer issues. All right.
Oh, okay.
Thanks for stopping by, Bruce.
Thank you, Bruce.
Okay, Bruce.
Yeah, they're all energetic today. Everybody's laughing. Oh, here we go. Bruce blocked me on his YouTube, says Chrissy. Really? Eh?
Is it? Oh.
Really?
What? But
Yeah, well, I'm sure it happened by accident.
uh-huh.
Oh, God. I tell you what, Chrissy and Bruce, blocking people is not worth it. Believe me, I've been there. It is not worth it. Unless they're like trolls or something. It's worth it.
Oh, you only use blocking for people who are doing things for not proper motives.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
It's not a way of like switching a friend off for a while. Because what you can do with that is put people in hibernation for a bit. If you think that they're just constantly giving it, you just put them in hibernation for a bit, like I have done with certain people.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like I have done with certain people. Oh.
This is only so much you can. Eh?
I'm not going to ask
Oh
you.
no, because it's not fair on them personally. Other than to say it's not you.
Oh, good. Well, I'm glad it's not me. Thank you.
or Diane. It's some other people
I
who
would be
quite vigorous in their opinion.
I would be upset if you blocked me. I'd be like, oh, I'm not in there.
Well, I mean, I only block people who are really vigorous about being a bit spammy. If they're spammy and I tell them not to be spammy.
Spammy, yeah. Oh, I get that.
I give them a short leeway of time, and if they don't alter the way they deal with things, they just get blocked. I haven't really got time in my life to be faffing about trying to deal with people and their lack of willpower to do what's right.
No, I agree. I think that's a good idea.
Oh, JCT, she says she loves the dress. Yes, we love the dress.
Yes, I've been doing my research and apparently it's a mermaid.
Yeah, dress. Yeah.
Dress.
Yeah.
Very popular in the late 1920s, early 1930s.
Well, and it's popular now too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, for a wedding dress, yes, I would agree. But I wouldn't imagine any girls going around wearing something like that if they're going out clubbing.
No, maybe to the prom. I'm not sure for proms.
Oh, to be honest with you, I've seen young girls going to proms, and they're a bit. I don't know. They lack a lot of elegance. Prom dresses. Modern prom dresses. Just a bit. I don't know. They just no. Thing is, I think not every girl suits a prom dress. I think you got to bring the best to bring the best out in you. You've got to look at what you are as a frame and say, right, what's gonna be
good for
look
you.
elegant on me.
Yeah.
Not just go into a prom dress shop and go, oh, that's a prom dress. It's the right colour. I'm going to wear it.
Yeah.
So like,
do you think she's waiting for her delivery of Jaffa cakes?
That's it. There's a knight in shining armour bringing a Jaffa cake. Now, should I open this up to? Should I open this up to you guys in the chat and ask you what colours I want to do these?
I think that's a good idea.
What colour for the dress, you mean?
No, the dress is going to be the colour I'm doing it. That's going to be a white.
Okay, it's going to be a white. Could you discuss some other colours? The white.
Obviously, you've got the pink of the back of the dress.
Oh, apparently apparently, Bruce accidentally blocked Chrissy on his live stream.
Right.
Oh, do you know what? If you're using devices like, you know, a tablet or a mobile phone to do your chat, it's so easy to click on something that you didn't want to do. That's why I would never go on a mobile device to do any kind of admin. I've seen it happen loads and loads and loads and loads.
Yeah. Well, Chrissy seems to have taken it well. There's like lots of laughing emojis in the chat.
Yay!
Chrissy and Bruce.
Sounds like a program for kids, that, doesn't it? Chrissy and Bruce. Chrissy and Bruce. You can tell I've had a Jaffa cake, can't you?
Rosie and Chip, yeah.
Well, the thing is with that, I think Chrissy will know because Rosie and Jim used to live on a canal boat.
Yeah, they did, yeah.
And Chrissy likes a canal boats. So that's the connection.
Oh, you see, there you go. There you go.
So this I mean, right, I was thinking the carpet, right?
Yeah.
This bit here at the bottom.
Yeah.
Would be a nice red colour.
That's a good idea. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Carpet red. So what do I do there? Do I have like a pale? I was thinking maybe a duck egg blue for this bit here.
Yeah, that sounds nice. Yeah.
Duck egg blue, and a very pale cream.
Hello, Wella Dooley. Welcome.
I don't know. Is it powy enough?
So what are you? What are you talking about for what color?
I'm just wondering what I will do for this section here.
The railing? No, what?
There's that there, isn't there?
That.
Right.
Okay, I see what you're
talking. Beyond it, the wall. There's a wall there.
Yes, I see.
And it's separated. As would know. They always used to separate the walls in about half.
Yeah.
I would say darker on the edges and then bring it in a little bit lighter.
Yeah, that sounds a good idea.
Yeah, but
probably just a gray. A gray.
A grey.
Yes.
Like a grey blue there and a light blue at the top.
Oh yeah, keep it vignetted around the edges because it frames it better.
Ian, what about for the arch for the wall? What about like a buttermilk colour? Like a kind of I thought of two things. I thought about getting me schminky gold out, but that I thought that might over dominate the image. Oh, I don't know, because
it's hard one, isn't it? Putting too much gold in a watercolor painting, which is delicate, can be the wrong thing to do.
Yeah. That's true.
So, right. So this framing round here, all that, I think is going to be a creamy colour.
Yeah, I think cream's
like a creamy white.
Yeah.
And that'll extend out onto these as well, but that will be silhouetted in a grey colour.
Yeah.
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 The bottom bit
is lavender,
which is the carpet. What lavender there?
Lavender walls.
Oh.
Well, yeah, but it's in two sections, isn't it?
That's true. Yeah, true.
See here, that there. It's like a piece of cornicing or whatever they call it. And generally, what they have is a wallpaper here, and then above that, it's all completely plain in a very light colour.
Yeah.
And that's a classic wallpapering technique. Not that I'm wanting to make it exactly. You can make it how you want, but
yeah,
I just wanted to get a certain feel into it.
And Wella says the lady is in the balcony is so lovely.
Well, it will be once we start seeing it, because what I'm going to do is show you how to paint it. It's going to be a white dress, and I'm going to show you how to just add 1 or 2 flecks to it just to make it look 3-dimensional, and you just leave the rest of it white.
Can I just read something that Chrissy said, and I was trying not to laugh because it was funny. This is about Bruce blocking her earlier. It was so funny, Chrissy. I had to chat through Messenger.
Had to chat through Messenger.
Oh my goodness! Don't block people, guys. It's not worth it, unless unless it's absolutely.
Feel like
Yeah, Chrissy says lavender because it will complement the yellow.
Oh,
right.
Yeah, true.
What, there at the top?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, but we just look at it, right? There's 2 sections. That bit,
and then a bit down below,
and the bit at the bottom. So I've got 2 colours to choose. They've both got to coincide with what's in here. So do I do lavender there, or do I do lavender there? Taking into account that this is going to be red.
No, I thought you'd just make that all the same color.
Well, it needs the contrast.
It's very, very rare that you would have something like this that isn't split off with a corner.
Yeah.
Let's go for that. It saves me having to faff about.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm going to rub out that. It won't have one. And we'll just go with a lavender around outer edge. There we go.
That reminds me of Beauty and the Beast, but the original.
The Beast. No copyright.
You just killed that song, Ian. It just.
There's absolutely no way that even AI, even Google AI, would recognize that as being singing at all.
All right, Chrissy says dark purple, then lighten it up the middle.
Ah. Okay.
So to do that, what I'd have to do is do it light first and then over vignette. Let's do that then.
Yeah, do that. Why not?
You've
had your Jaffa cakes. We can,
Yeah, no. It's like, what can I not do? I have had my Jaffa cakes.
Jaffa cake, yeah.
So I'm not right sure exactly what this blue is. It's semi duck egg. The problem is with these here, right?
Yeah.
Is I forgot what they are colours.
Wow, you don't have your swatch?
Oh, somewhere. But where
somewhere. That sounds like me, yeah. Somewhere.
I've only swatched out colors once, and I still have it because I did it recently on this watercolor set that I have. But I've never swatched anything else before. It's been so helpful.
The thing is, it all depends on what you're doing with a set. I never intended this set of paints to be used for demoing to tell people, oh, now let's use ultramarine blue, or let's use cadmium yellow. I never meant it for that. It was one I set up so that I could just like paint for myself. But it's been relegated now, this, to like, being used as a. What do I need to do to make it? Wait a minute. Oh no, I'm going to struggle here. I'm gonna see if I can get some of this grey in it. Nearest I can get is this duck egg blue. That'll do.
Oh yeah, duck egg blue.
I ain't got any teal in this one. In saying that, I could put this greeny colour in it.
I do like my Daler Rowney paints, I have to say.
Goswina says you can also make it grey stone.
Yeah, some of that there is going to be grey stone.
Yeah.
All around that, because this is obviously outside a little bit.
Yeah.
The cornicing, or whatever you call it, They generally tend to paint them white, but I'm going to do it cream. So I'm going to be, right, we'll go around like that.
That's a nice blue.
I know. That's why
I do like blues. Blues are my favourite colours to paint with.
Chrissy asked, don't you have dioxazine purple?
Do you know what? Much as it's a really nice colour in
Acrylic.
in acrylics, it's not light fast in watercolours.
Oh.
So I very, 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 very rarely use dioxazine purple. Which is a shame because it's a lovely colour.
Yeah.
So I have got what I can do. You see, us watercolour artists, we're very crafty. What I can do, right? Once I've got this paint,
Crafty.
we're a little bit crafty. We know us colours. So what I can do once I've got this done, because it's one of them things that you have to work really fast with it to get it all to work nice, is one of the great tools we have in our toolkit is Quin Magenta.
Oh, that's a nice colour.
Quinacridone Magenta, right?
Yeah.
Now,
Quinacridone.
So quinacridone magenta, right? Get a bit of that, and then get some a dark blue.
Yeah.
Any dark blue will do. Don't really matter.
Yes, that will make the same type of purple.
Yeah, and that actually then makes. Look, can you see me do it? I know colour's not great. Where I can see a very deep purple. I'm gonna get some more
very
blue.
deep purple, yeah, really deep purple.
And that's perfect for what we're going to do now.
You know those eggplants? That's the colour of an eggplant.
Oh, eggplant, yeah.
What do we call in England? In England, we call them aubergines, don't we?
Oh, that's a French word. Aubergine is the French word for eggplant.
We're going into French again. I tell you what, we're multicultural this channel.
Well, it is Ian Friday. We're all about culture.
Well, that's it. It's all about culture.
Jaffa cakes, you know.
The culture of Jaffa cake.
We've got two colours there, and obviously it's just not right.
That's eggplant colour.
So what we do is we get some water and we blend it.
Are you going to blend it? Oh, with a blending colour. That's one of my favourite things to do.
Magically becomes perfect. There you go.
It's a really dark purple, that, isn't it?
Yeah, but take into account that when that dries, it will not be very dark.
Yeah, because it dries lighter, doesn't it? Watercolor. Yeah.
So I'll have to go once that's dry. I'll have to go over it with a dry brush.
Yeah.
Very dark area.
Chrissy's saying avocado. I don't know what she means.
An avocado. Yes, that's what it is. An avocado. Yeah. So next bit to do is the carpet.
And you're going to go for red, did you say, for that one?
Should I go? I mean, I'm thinking like it's a bit regal, this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you think
red are regal colors?
Yeah.
Should I go for a purpley based red?
Yeah.
Can I just give one suggestion?
Purple based red.
Can I just give one suggestion with it being like a royal type? On the left side and on the right side, you could put a strip of gold on both sides, and then you could put red for the carpet, so it kind of makes it a kind of. But that's just an idea that popped in my head.
What do you mean? What that? The
color? No. You know what? Right at the bottom, where it's all, on the side, on the left. Yeah, that's it. Down there, just do like a column of gold on each, and then do the rest of the carpet in red.
why would you have anything there? It's just
I
a
have
car.
no idea.
What I want to avoid is anything being too active and strong around the edges here.
Yeah.
I want them to like fade off, really.
Yeah.
So before I make any further colour, I'm gonna wet the potential area that I want for the painting, avoiding this dress best I can. Absolutely try not to, because all the magic's going to come later on with the dress.
I'm looking forward to the wax resist.
Well, after this, that's what I'm going to do next.
I just love the wax resist.
Don't be impatient. Don't be impatient. It will come.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll be right back in a minute.
So that's captain at ship leaving. What did you say our program was called? SS Titanic?
Yeah. Should be going to get an Oscar.
Yeah.
What was it?
She's one of the few people I know. She's one of the few people I know that has it injected. Oh dear. Can't hear her. Good job you don't listen back on
Yeah, me too. Yeah. Oh, Chrissy says, bless you, Gracie. Good thought there. Oh, thank you, Chrissy. Yeah, I was just trying to be, you know.
I know what you mean. I like a bordering round it. Yeah. I mean, if you were going to finish it off, maybe some decorative bordering all the way around it.
Yeah.
In gold or gold leaf or something, you know, just to give it that regality.
Yeah.
But
no, I hear you. I get it. Yeah.
The thing is, you've got to absolutely avoid getting people to look at areas of your painting that are on the edge, because that's where your main focal point is.
Yeah.
If you start putting detail around here or any of your edges,
it might get a bit.
Pull people away from it, and then that's it. They've done. Yeah. They've looked at that, then they go up there, and then they're done.
Yeah. No, you're right. Yeah. You can see this is why I've been struggling. You see that's why when I watch you or Chrissy or any artist friend videos, you learn.
Always remember, you're the storyteller. You've got to create the story.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And if you abruptly end it at some point, that's it. It's like an episode of your favourite program that don't end right.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Right.
I'm back. Oh, Madonna has a comment. Madonna says, yes, more maroon color and then gold filigree.
That's what it is. Filigree. Filigree.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I hope this is my attempt at maroon here.
That's a nice colour. Wow.
Remember that sun's coming in from this alcove, right?
Yeah.
She is actually creating a shadow of herself there, so I've got to be.
Oh yeah, shadow.
Yeah. That's what things like that help you to create a sense of depth. It's important that you get things like that in.
Yeah. I love the vibrancy of the
shadows you're talking about. You're talking about the shadows.
If you were to underestimate the shadow and not do it very well, or just put it in very vaguely, that would make your image very, very flat.
Yeah.
So we're going to make sure that that's very much done.
They've got a good flow on them, those paints, haven't they?
Well, it's wet and wet this anyway, so.
I like watching it flow when you add the water, add the paint and it flows. That's what I like.
I'm just going to put areas of slightly. I don't want it to be absolutely uniform, because there's going to be areas that are ever so slightly lighter.
Chrissy, he's painting the dress white.
Is that what she's asking about?
Well, yes, I assume a frock means a dress, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, why? Do you not use the word frock?
No, we don't.
Eh? It's not American, it's so weird stuff.
We would say gown. I would say gown.
Yeah, this is a
frock to me reminds me like of a little child's dress. I might be totally wrong. That's what it reminds me of. Like the word reminds me of a little child's dress.
A frock traditionally is something either that you might wear formally to work,
yeah,
or to an informal party.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
If it's a very formal party, right?
Mm-hmm.
It would more likely be a dress.
Yes.
A formal party dress, and they are two different things.
Mm-hmm. See, we're cultured on Ian Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm teaching women how to dress themselves.
Yeah.
Come on, girls, step it up.
Wow.
And,
hey, look at that red. That is just an amazing colour, red.
What's the best frock on?
Wow.
Have you got a problem?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm going to leave that to dry for a bit. And not critical, but
I like the way that's dried lighter. The wall that looks really, really realistic.
I'm going to mix myself, right? A grey but warm grey.
Okay.
Because the sunlight is hitting it. It is going to have a bit of saturation of warmth, and I don't mean hot warm. I mean colour warm.
Cool.
So it's going to be a mixture of cool warm and cool grey and warm grey. This balustrade or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
So to create that, what I'll do is I'll create a brownie grey to start with.
Nice.
Put your lighter colours on first. Put your cooler colours on after.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Then I'm just gonna bring it right down to there, and that one goes.
That's a nice colour too.
And we just need to leave that for a short while.
Yeah.
And now they've got little columns.
Mm-hmm.
This like alcove, right? It has a column, but again, it's not the key element. So I'm not going to be like, doing it at architectural level.
I loved your song today.
Who's that? Let me.
Old Buzzard Bait.
Hello, Old Buzzard Bait. Is chat running slow? It seems to be running slow.
It got slower. It did get slower. It was fast before.
Yeah, it's me. I'm boring them.
Hello, Old Buzzard Bait. Thank you for the song today, because Old Buzzard wrote a song with me, Diana, and Bobby in it. Yeah.
Very good.
I was kind of right in chat.
And the girl Just Me.
And Just Me, yeah, of course, yeah. He says, is the AAA gang here? Yeah, I'm sure.
AA gang.
AAA.
Yeah, what's that stand for?
Oh, art gang.
What, you mean Alcoholics Anonymous?
Yeah. Watercolors Anonymous.
Well, Jaffa Cakes Anonymous.
Yeah. Yes, guys.
Remember, this month,
yeah.
50% off Denser membership.
I forgot about that.
If you can prove that you're damn right stupid, there's another extra 10% off as well.
Oh, lovely. Do you reckon they get that at Mensa? I'll never know.
So I'm giving
No, then he changed it. He goes, maybe the IDG gang, standing for Ian, Diana, Gracie.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah. That's a good one, yeah.
We can't have names that are already taken by other organisations because that's copyright.
Oh my goodness.
And you know how on the ball we are with that.
Yeah.
Here on Diane's channel. we never rip off anybody else's music or sound or anything like that here.
No, that's right. We can't even sing happy birthday.
We can't even.
No, you cannot sing happy birthday. Carolina Hillbilly said he said that he was half of his revenue was taken away that night when they sang happy birthday.
Well, they shouldn't do, because there were a law case in America that said that it was in the public realm. If you read
it, I guess YouTube is their own sovereignty.
They haven't. They're not above the law.
Yeah, I know. Okay. I don't know. Well, why that happened to him though?
That is unbelievable.
It might be for other reasons.
I just will not risk it. I'm not ready to take on a lawsuit for that with them.
No, very few people. Put it this way, I wouldn't, unless somebody were really like abusing my freedom of speech. I wouldn't take any law. You know, what's the point? I don't make any money off of YouTube.
Exactly.
So why make a big fuss about it?
Yeah.
Now, if it were a matter of my personal sovereignty, my freedom of speech, I'd fight them to the day I die.
I don't get why you can't. Yeah. That's just like, what is it we call it? That sort of thing, nanny state, where you can't say this, you can't say that.
Stuff them.
Sleep Tag Rules is here.
I reserve the right to free speech, and if anybody wants to argue that, they're welcome to come onto the battlefield with me. And I will cut their heads off.
Well said, Mr. Jackson. I nearly called you Sir Jackson then.
Sir Jackson. Hey, you've not called me Sir Jackson for ages.
Oh, you've got your #1 fan in the house.
Sleep.
Hello, Sleep.
Am I overdoing that? I possibly might be. So
how goes it there, Sleep?
I'm just going to emphasise this shadowed area.
Steve Stack says, hi Ian, Buzzard, Gracie, Chrissy Campusart, Nightbot, and all the other people. Yeah. What
I want to know is what is Nightbot doing to self-isolate himself? Because he gets about a bit, doesn't he?
Self-isolating.
Is he really self-isolating? Is he the one that's actually creating, all, passing on all these bugs?
It could be, yeah. Maybe.
He gets everywhere else, doesn't he?
Yeah. Nightbot.
Nightbot. Who would have thought it?
Oh, no. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Right. Let's in a semi dry brush kind of a way. Yeah. I'm going to put my edges here now.
I'm going to watch you do this because I don't know how you paint things like like arches and stone and
just it's like you just paint it. It's not. There's no magical white thing that says this is how you should do it.
Yeah. Yeah. I do like that golden sky. That is really cool.
Yeah, that New Gamboge. New Gamboge is something that I'm getting more and more. Yeah, I like that in my palette.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think I've got any New Gamboge. I don't think.
You might have Gamboge, but which is an old version of it.
I'd have to have a look. I'll let you guys know if I find them.
But then again, I mean, it's really hard getting hold of old gamboge now. But they used to just call it gamboge.
Ah.
But if you haven't got gamboge, you can always use something like Indian yellow and put a little bit of orange in it.
Ah, I do have Indian yellow in the White Knights. I like those paints, I have to say. Yeah.
Mystic wants to know, has anyone ever painted on a black canvas? Yes, I have, and Chrissy says she has a lot.
I have. Yeah, one time though, only one time.
Obviously, you have to use different techniques to what you would normally.
Yeah. Yeah.
Implement.
Yeah.
But,
oh, hi, Pink Prozac. Haven't seen you in a while. How are you doing?
Prozac, hello.
Hello, Pink Prozac.
Oh, Paul's Blind Soup for the Soul is here. Hi.
Hello,
Paul.
Mr. Paul. Steve Stuck says, Goswina Pathius, hello. Need to catch up on your videos. Been watching Grayscale and catching up with his videos lately.
Hello, Shawana's Creative Circle.
Hello, Paul. Hello, Pink Prozac.
Goswina has just completed a very nice, if anybody likes animal art, she's just completed a very nice bird of prey.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. Yes, I saw her complete it. Hello again, Shawana, Creative Circle.
How do you say her name?
Shawana.
Shawana. Hello, Shawana.
Right. So, because it's not the key main feature and it's just like a frame, I'm not going to go over the top with it.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be balanced within the painting. And if you put too much detail in one area, it takes away from the actual thing that you're supposed to be painting. So, yeah, okay, you know, do the best with it. But
oh, Paul's coming up on panel.
Yeah, I was just about to read
that. Wonder what Paul's got to have to say for himself.
He's going to put you in your place, Ian.
Oh, yeah.
I need putting in my place.
Once out of Jaffa cakes, who knows what's going to happen?
I've had way too many Jaffa cakes today, and I'm up a Jaffa cake eye.
Pig Prozac says, you guys haven't gone nutty with this quarantine. No, Pig, we were crazy before.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. Spot on. I'm gonna re-emphasize that area.
Oh dear.
Dark, because now it's dried, you can see where it's lighter than where you need it to be. So this is where you can now start remodeling. You know, around this area, in the lower areas.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can get.
Hello, Paul. Hello, Goswina. Hello, Pig Prozac. Chrissy comes up. Mr. Unicorn and Paul. Pig Prozac. Buzzard. I think I got everybody's name. Oh, and
you're saying hello, everybody. Oh, and now everybody behind the scenes on the panel. Now we're adding a new person. It's Paul's Blind Soup for the Soul.
Yay!
Yay!
Who's also from the UK.
Hey?
But I don't know why he doesn't have a British accent.
Oh, yeah, he is, yeah. Let's just clear that up. Paul is not in the UK. He was born.
No.
He was born there and spent a little time there as a child or something.
He was born in the county of Yorkshire, a great place to be born. And I do apologise to everybody else in the rest of the world who weren't born in Yorkshire.
Yeah. I'm just thanking...
really sad for you guys. Poor old you.
I'm just thanking Chrissy for telling us about Goswina's eagle painting, was it?
Yeah.
Last thing she painted was the eagle.
Yeah. As somebody put a mind you, Goswina does multiple multiple sessions with a painting.
Yes.
It's not like one done in one go and that's it.
That's
She
right.
goes really into detail with things. So if you like that kind of stuff, by all means, go over to Goswina's acrylic painting environment. And
Slee Stack says he swears. He goes, "Are you guys sure you haven't been drinking, or maybe it's just him?"
I think it's because we run out of Jaffa cakes. These.
that's it. We've been dipping his Jaffa cakes in. We've been. You know what? I'm going to make this girl. A bit of a redhead.
Can I just read out what Pink said? This is hilarious. Pink Prozac says, if they don't lift some restrictions soon, you guys are going to read about them finding Mark's body in the pond.
Mark's body. Yeah, her boyfriend is Mark.
Oh dear. Yeah, I hear you there, Pink Prozac.
That's a danger zone. That
That's
right. So
right there.
I think this now.
Oh, I wonder if Paul's having technical difficulties. Maybe did I send them the right link? I hope so.
I see.
I'll send the link again. Let me send the link again.
Take your time.
Have you sent it to the right place?
Yes, let me check again.
Because it happened last time. This.
No, I'm sending it to I'm going to send it again, and I am sending it to the right place.
Good.
Oh, thanks, Chrissy, for putting Goswina's site up. Put yours up as well, because Chrissy, one of our moderators, she has a wonderful group called Chrissy Canvas Art on Facebook.
Yes, yeah.
And it's a lovely resource for encouragement, and we advise you to go to that as well.
Yeah. Thank you, Chrissy, for adding me into your Facebook group earlier. That was cool.
Oh, you're a new member?
I am, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Stack says, Pink, our whole area is a pond after that storm. Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Oh.
Wow.
Have they had... No, I'm gonna
I don't know, I'm not sure.
I'm going to get some Naples yellow.
Oh, I do like Naples yellow.
Very, very, very lightly. I'm just going to put a very, very light washing around that body part there.
Mystic, you should try a different eyeglass store, because we were looking that up, and there's certain eyeglass stores that they are taking people that are having emergencies. If you need there are stores that are doing it. So don't check one place and see that they don't do it, because there's other places I'm pretty sure they do it.
Well, if it's an emergency, can you not actually go to?
Yes, there are places that you can go, but I think she's only talking about one place. She's only checking on one place. Hi, One Mighty R, but not all places are taking emergencies.
Hello, One Mighty R.
I mean, eyeglass, glasses for your eyes, an emergency thing.
Yes, it is, especially if you have to be driving. But her daughter isn't driving. But anyway, for her schoolwork and everything. But anyway, One Mighty R says hello, Ian, and then we have
hello.
Hello. Oh, we having technical difficulties. Let's say
One Mighty R. Is that how you say that?
Yes, One Mighty R. He goes, "That's awesome, Ian."
Thank you. It is. While that's now dry, I can get a dark colour. I'm going to get a burnt umber and a bit of ultramarine blue. Ultramarine blue and red with black. Look at that black. I'm going to get the very edge of that and make that really.
Let's see. What's he say? He says, Lisa is trying to set it up on the laptop. I sent the link to her email. Email, please. Hold on.
Okie dokie. One Mighty Art. I think I talked to you yesterday in the Painting Stu's premiere video yesterday.
Oh, did you do
He was
it?
probably very friends with her.
Yeah, she did a premiere video yesterday.
I don't, you know, there's that many people doing stuff. I miss
I
so
know.
many people.
I know. So
It's
many.
annoying.
I know you can't find it. It's. I don't think it's possible to know when every single person's doing something.
Can I just at this moment in time, anybody who I miss, I do apologise.
That's
It's
all
just
right.
we've all got like busy schedules. We're doing his own art and
Oh,
trying to watch everybody. It's just impossible.
I know.
You know,
I understand that.
and it's not that we in any way hate your art or we don't
great.
like you or anything like that. It's just that time just don't allow us to.
Yeah. Not enough hours in the day.
Time does not allow us. That's it.
It's as simple as that. But
Not enough time in the day.
Absolutely.
so anyway, here we are.
But here we are.
Let me introduce the wax crayon.
Oh,
Now,
I'm really excited. I love my wax.
This is not a candle.
No.
Right. This is a specially formulated wax crayon for drawing on what you call wax release. Oh, I know where I wanted to do. There's something that you got to do before you do. If I did this now,
Okay, thank you, Crazy, for the super chat.
You're very welcome. Oh, I love this painting.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay, I'm gonna just go on it straight away.
How are you? What do you do? Are you just gonna like just draw sort of?
Oh, are we gonna miss something if I do the light show?
Oh, let him do his wax resist. I love.
Well, all I'm doing is putting a wax crayon onto certain areas, so don't worry about it. If you're gonna do that, do it. It's your show, Diane.
I'm very interested in what you're doing. I don't want her to. So, she said she really wants to watch that. How you're doing that?
Of course, she knows how to do it. She did it the other day.
Yeah, I've never done one with a crayon. I've only ever used but it's the same principle.
Yeah, it's basically, all you're doing is putting wax is water resistant. Yeah. So when I put a paint that is water based, i.e., watercolor, gouache, acrylic paint, when I put that on it, it will bounce off it because it's water resistant.
Thank you for the super chat.
You're welcome.
Aquaphobic.
There you go.
Honestly, all this information is out there. The truth is out.
This is the super chat happy dance, everybody.
Yeah.
I'm expecting sparkly magic wands later. Soon.
Oh,
in the mail soon.
Magical wands. Sounds like Harry Potter to me. Yeah.
So I'm hoping that now has created a film of white. Now what I'm going to do is get some subtle colours and very carefully paint it. And what I might do is have a bit of yellow and a bit of grey colours. Because that's the next colour on from it. But I want it to be really watery, extremely watery, or it won't work. You get that? Because it's a wax is a water resist. So what do you need to have lots of in your paint?
Yes.
Water. Yeah?
Yeah.
I know it sounds difficult for you to understand, but but it is a basic principle of science, that.
So yes, One Mighty Art, do you get it? You understand how he's using he said he's never used them, and I don't think he's heard of this technique before.
Wax resist. Yeah. Been used for possibly thousands of years.
Yeah, could be, yeah.
Possibly. So so we've got in theory, right? When I do this, and it's got to be wet. Let me get that grey in. Right, that's a nice puddle of wettiness. Right.
Everybody's being in the chat, apparently.
Everybody's what? They're dancing.
Boogieing, dancing.
Boogieing down.
Yeah.
Look at Chrissy's emoji.
Yeah.
Dancing.
I'm going to go over, don't I?
They're cute emojis.
Oh, we might get to 20 thumbs up, and I didn't even say anything. Yeah.
Oh, I know, but that's it. You're not watching. You're not watching.
Have you seen them counting?
Maybe we get to 25 thumbs up. I was hoping we'd get to 20. I didn't even say anything. Thank you, guys.
Maybe we can get up to 20. Maybe.
See how?
I'm sure we get to 20. It's 19 right now. I'm hoping maybe we'll get it to 25. But if 20 is great.
Yeah.
Right.
Thank you, guys.
Oh, just hold on.
Just look out.
Sorry, Ian, you go ahead.
No, go on quickly.
Sorry.
I've got to crack with this.
Sleeve stat rule says some dance at 20. Yes. Yeah.
Yay.
Oh, you mean puppet things?
With this, right? It's I forgot now what I was going to say.
Oh, some happy thumbs up dance at 20.
Yeah, I think that's what Steve said.
Oh, that's what he's talking about.
I think.
Yeah, that's what he's talking about.
If you didn't use this technique, right, of putting wax on top of it, you'd have to paint every little tiny little bit. But because I've added that wax, I'm able to be a lot more expressive, and that helps when you're talking about textures.
Yeah. And what colours were those again? Just trying to remember.
It's some of that Nougat Beige mixed in with a little bit of brown.
No, Chrissy says it's looking awesomeness.
Awesomeness.
Yeah.
I'm going to take some of that like that. What I've got.
She's still waiting for delivery of Jaffa cakes, though.
Yeah.
Goswina says this is amazing.
And just create a flow. You don't want to be making this look like individual elements. It's all about the flow.
All about.
Hello, welcome, Shelley Carlson.
Hello, Shelley.
Shelley Carlson. Welcome.
Can you all see that, or do I need to be more zoomed in?
I can see that. Yeah, no, I can see that fine.
Maybe if you could Paul just messaged me. Let me check.
Thank you to
add areas where it's a little bit dark.
Send it to Lisa's email.
To the wonderful 16 people watching. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you. The wonderful 16 people watching.
Yeah.
One day we'll get more than 20.
16 people. Is it warm in Barnsley, Mr. Jackson? It's very warm here.
Do you know, it's residually warm, yeah.
It's really, really humid here.
Yeah. A lot of this dress going up is going to be quite dry brush.
Dry brush.
Yes. Early stages are anyway. I'll see if I can bring that. Now with a satin dress, you have where things curve. You got to try and get it to look like it's curving. So I'm going to use a blue. Should I use just an ultramarine blue?
That wax resist makes all the difference, doesn't it? With those,
Can do, yeah.
Yeah.
Now you'll be surprised, right? How not white a white dress is.
Yeah, really, yes. Yeah. How not white a white dress is. Yeah.
That might sound a bit strange.
I get it. I know.
But it's about temperature and so. For example, I'm going to get this this grey colour here.
Mhm.
I know what I've not done. Where's me dab rag? Where is it? Dab rag. Oh, I'm gonna have to do it with this. Fairly dry brushish.
Yeah.
There.
Steve says this one looks really nice, Ian.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And then we're looking for areas that don't have that much light hitting them. Or go into like an alcove where light's being blocked. For
Oh,
example,
I see. Ah.
The thing is, you probably can't see most of this, and it's dry brush most of it.
Yeah. Wow.
And you see how we've been able to do a white dress without it being overly fussy. You left most of it white, and you're carving the dark areas out in a very simplistic way.
Yeah.
One Mighty R says, super talented, Ian.
I don't know about super talented. People have been doing this kind of painting for. I'm not doing no revolutionary.
Hello, Azurness. Hello.
Hello
there.
So one area where it is a bit dark is just under that armpit there.
How do you pronounce that person's name?
I don't know. I think well, maybe I pronounced that wrong. Let me see that. Azor Muse.
Oh, Azor Muse. Oh, Azure.
Oh, you know them?
Yes.
Oh, the person says, paint the shadows yet?
No, we're just going. We're just getting the body formation at the moment. What I will do, once I've got it how I feel it needs to flow, I will then I'll paint an overall wash of shadow over it. I don't want to be really going like, oh, there's a shadow there and there's a shadow there.
Oh, you're gonna
no
wash?
It'll be a wash for a shadow because it's a delicate thing. I really don't want to be overdoing it. You need to express the delicateness of the dress.
Yeah.
Not the hyper detail. But you know me, I'm not a detailed artist.
But other painters might do it that way, right?
But they come to the pretty much the same end circumstance, but they arrive at it in a different way.
You know when people say to watercolor painters, they say, "Oh, watercolors aren't vibrant," and that really gets me angry because some watercolors can be exceptionally vibrant, can't they? And I mean,
the thing is, at the end of the day, it's how you project vibrance.
Well, finally, here's Paul.
Oh.
Is the man.
Hello, guys.
Hello.
We have Paul Blind Suit for the Soul. Going to join us behind the scenes on the panel, and now we're going to put Ian back on the big screen.
Okay, something's going on with the sound.
No, you're fine.
Oops. We can hear you.
Yeah, perfectly fine.
Hello.
Now, in a bit, I'm going to try something a little bit experimental.
How's the sound, Paul?
Hello, Paul.
Hello.
Hello.
Good, we can hear you.
The sound is good. I just when you first hooked me up, it somehow echoed there for a minute, but I think it's better now.
Okay.
It can do. It can take a while to click into place.
Good night, Chrissy.
Night, Chrissy.
See you later, Chrissy.
Yeah, it's getting pretty late here.
What time are we on?
We
Oh,
are.
wow.
We
We
are.
still have time. We're not running late. It's only 5:27.
We are 25 past 10, Mr. Jackson.
Right. So I've got another half an hour.
Yeah.
So we might just get this done.
Azure View says, love the colors. It has a good vintage feel.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
It's amazing. I love it.
Okay,
Well,
you got two windows open. You have to close the other window.
So close it.
I don't know which one.
if you're on YouTube, you need to close. Either turn audio off on that or close it or whatever. What I'm doing now is I'm going to attempt to get rid of some of this wax by using a rubber. It can be done. It can be done.
Sleestack says he sent a pizza to the back room, to the backstage.
Oh, thank you, Steve.
Thank you, Sleestack. I love pizza.
What are we having to drink now? That's the next question.
See, some people said that the bad point about using wax resist is that you can't you can't do anything over it after it, but I don't think that's the case because I've done this before, and this gets rid of the wax. You see this that comes off it? It's full of wax.
Yeah.
It just gets sucked up into the rubbings.
Oh, Phil said it's amazing. Amazing.
Amazing.
Amazing.
And if Gracie did it, it'd be amazing grace. I can't remember the rest of the song.
Yeah, that was
You
beautiful.
can't remember the rest of that song?
It's not one that we sing an awful lot in UK. It's more an American song, that. Even though it's an English song.
You think so?
Oh yeah. Yeah, you hear a lot of American choirs singing that.
I have no comment. No comment.
We have an art question for you, Ian.
Oh, here we go. Not that I'm any way qualified to answer it, but go on.
Well, are you familiar with painting on glass windows and make them look like stained glass?
Yes.
Oh.
Okay. Have you heard of a brand called, what's it called, Lise? PE, what was it? Oh, she's got to look it up. Go ahead. I'll butt in later. We're apparently having difficulties over here. I mean, being old and forgetting passwords and trying to get in her email and this and that and the other.
Have you not got an emergency password book? That's what I've got because
she's got one. That's why it took so long to get on because
I have a 10-page document of all my accounts and passwords.
Okay, here we go. Abeo is the brand. Have you heard of that?
Do I assume that's some sort of paint?
No, it's a brand name of art supplies, and
it don't ring a bell. But if it's for painting on glass, it will be some kind of enamel paint.
Yes, it's a paint that with what is it? Is it solvent, Lisa?
Yeah, if it's solvent, if it's solvent based, it will be an enamel. I'll give you a quick pro tip here. You know the little bottles of paint that you get for making model airplanes, airfix models.
Yeah.
Do you know those?
Yeah.
Testers.
Yeah, little pots of enamel paint, and they use
that's called testers paint.
Airfix models and all that sort, for painting them up. They are perfect for doing that kind of stuff.
Well, no, because see, what I'm trying to do is that those paints are too opaque. sunlight won't go through them.
Ah.
So what you do is you mix it up before you apply it. You've got to what you have to do is solvent it down with some turps. You know what turps is, don't you?
Turpentine.
Turpentine or white spirits.
Yeah.
You might call it. And make it into a liquid, transparent.
Oh, really?
You don't paint on glass neat with the paint. You've got to turn it into a liquid. You've got to turn it into a very transparent liquid, and it virtually flows into it. Do you know what I mean by flowing?
Yes, I know. Yeah, I understand about the flow. More than see, I have a front door and I have several panels, glass panels.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The panels on the top are like arched, and then there's a half a circle underneath, so it looks like the sun is rising.
Yeah.
You know, so I wanted her to paint that, like do a sunrise, and then the panels underneath end up painting some kind of field or maybe a beach scene or whatever in between all those panels, and then it's transparent enough for when the light shines through it looks like stained glass, but yet at the same time people can't see through the window very much, you know, where you don't need
that's an issue, security wise, because you can't have both really. Yeah, it's either transparent and light comes through because the glass is it's called discoloring the glass.
Yeah, right. You know, but a lot of the stained glasses in churches and stuff like that, when you can't see through those windows to see outside. At least I couldn't.
They're quite far away from you, but if you were right up next to them, and they've got years of dust on them as well. That's another thing that makes them slightly opaque, and it's only very strong light that actually hits it and makes it come through.
Okay, well, right now instead of right now security wise, it doesn't really bother me too much. I want it more aesthetic than anything because the door itself doesn't even have anything anyways to begin with. I don't have like a curtain on there and stuff like that, so it's not that big of a deal to me. It's just that I thought it would look more pleasing to the eye and making it look like stained glass instead of looking at a curtain.
So what she needs to do is put a design on the place, create the design from the shape of wherever it is, right, and then do a solid black line art. You know what I mean? Solidly black line art that you can't see through, that creates the pattern or shape, and then over the top of that, she just floods very, very, very light color, transparent color.
Hello, Tim.
Okay.
Well.
So you're saying in between all the panels, put a line around inside the panels.
It just has to be on the inside. The inside panel, you know, you put a strong black outline of I don't know if it's a face you want or whatever, an animal or, and it has a strong black outline.
Yeah.
And then between all those outlines, you put bits of color that are transparent.
Okay. Well, the panels themselves already have pieces of wood in between the panels, so there's already a shape there, and we're just going to fill in the panels with color.
Well, I mean, that's it. That's what you could do. I mean, very simply, just if it's already got a very simplistic block of colors, then just think of a color scheme and stain it. You know, rainbow color or whatever.
Yeah. So the glass panels, they have all this wood trim shaping each individual panel on the front door. Okay. And the top of it arches. So we can fill in each panel with a color, solid color, and then if you wanted to get more sophisticated, I was thinking about the bottom half of it being all green and make a meadow or something, and then she can paint in flowers or whatever in the middle of the panel over the green.
That's it. You can have the vast majority of the outer edge can be transparent with small motifs that are completely opaque.
Thank you, Tracy, for the super chat.
Yeah,
we were researching that paint because you just can't do any kind of paint like acrylics or something like that.
I mean,
so we found out some places, and PBO was was the brand, and the type of enamel paint that this was solvent, and it was called what, Lisa?
Yeah, Pebeo do it. Like I said, those Airfix paints.
There was a name for it.
Those Airfix paints that you get in modelling shops, they are perfect for it.
Okay, all right.
Sign writing companies that deal in sign writing paint, they will do it.
Okay.
But all the
because they had stuff on Amazon pretty reasonably priced. They were like 20 milliliter bottles, and you could get like 12 or 14 of them for about $40.
You don't need that much. That would be in an industrial amount, because it don't. It really, all you need is a drop of it. You put it in your solvent, a little pool of solvent, and then it's literally almost painting with a solvent. All you're just doing is discoloring the solvent.
Okay.
You don't paint thickly with enamel. It's a very thin glaze.
Lisa's painted with enamels before, but not with salt. They were solvent, weren't they, when you paint with enamels?
You got to be careful, because some people paint glass with acrylic paint.
Oh, do they?
That's a different process.
Yes.
That's not to be mistaken with doing it with enamel. Enamel is the right way. That's the way you should do. That will have.
Okay, so we don't need. So we don't need to buy this special stuff. She has enamel paints.
Yeah.
That she paints with enamel. Like when she did my mailbox, that was an enamel paint, or that was like one shot. So that's a little different. But anyway, she's done enamel paints before. So can she use those enamel paints and just thin them down?
I would, yeah. Just turn them into a very almost water level liquid that's got color in it.
Okay.
Don't overdo it with the paint.
Okay.
It's got to look like almost like a liquid glass layer.
Okay.
That's what you're trying to achieve.
Wonderful. Okay. I know that we'll have to take the door down and lay it flat, because you can't. Difficult.
Yeah, it would be a lot easier to do it like that. Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of people on YouTube that do that. We were looking at that today.
A sign writer who's experienced in that would do it straight on the door.
Yeah.
But if you're not really experienced in that sense, then it's not going to be easy for you.
No, she's very experienced. Especially she does. Her main medians are acrylics and enamels.
Oh, she paints acrylics. That's cool.
But she thought that she couldn't use her enamel paints, so she spent a lot of time researching and found a bunch of YouTube channels that do this stuff on glass to try to make it look like stained glass.
I'm a sign writer, and I'm trained in that specific type of being able to paint on glass. The only pro tip I give her is make sure that before she does any painting onto the glass, that she gives the glass a thorough cleaning with window cleaning.
Yes.
Agents. Yeah.
So Windex would be okay.
Hey, yeah,
Windex.
Windex. I mean,
Or I would wipe it down with alcohol.
not necessarily. No. Strangely enough, I think you can use alcohol as a solvent for. What she needs to do is get a little piece of glass, a piece of practice glass, and see what chemicals work best with
Yes.
what she wants to do.
Yeah, we're
if
definitely
she's got
gonna have to practice first.
a little bottle of alcohol and see whether that actually, because it might not react right, it might make it like dry up very quickly and crack.
Yeah, well, they said also that this PBO stuff is very, thin and it dries really fast.
Yeah.
How do you say that? How do you say that brand again? Because I can never pronounce it. Pebio.
Pebio.
Oh,
Pebeo.
I can never pronounce it.
We typed it in your chat earlier, Gracie.
I know. I'm just trying to remember how you say it. I'm gonna have to remember that one because I use their white gouache.
Anyways, thank you, Ian, because we were messing around. I was sitting on the couch and I was looking at the front door. I'm turning my head and I'm just like, I see, my glass. My front door has a bunch of glass on it, and it's all these panels. And I was looking at it and I was like, oh my God, I could actually picture in my mind's eye, the sun rising and I drove Lisa crazy. I'm like, this is what I want on my front door, and I want it now. And she started, well, I don't think I can do that with my paints. Well, and then she had to look it up, and we spent hours. And she messing around on YouTube and found some people that found these paints that work. And I'm like, you know what? We're gonna ask Ian because Ian will know.
Ian knows a lot. Yeah.
And there you go.
Part of my job that doing.
Ian is. Yeah. You are.
You know, as a sign writer, that's one at first. That's when you go on a sign writing course. I did a City and Guild. I'm a master sign writer, by the way. Did I not tell you that?
No, I think you might have.
I think you might. What are you saying, Grace? I tell you all the time that I'm a sign writer.
We're running out of Jaffa cakes. That's what it is.
And I'm running out of time, so I need to crack on.
Yeah.
Sorry, Ian. I just.
No, it's okay.
We wanted to pick your brain.
Paul, your mailbox is the best mailbox ever. I just thought I'd put that in.
That's pretty awesome.
That is a really cool mail. What they call mailboxes?
She used one shot.
What paint did she use? Enamel.
She used this stuff called one shot. It's like sign paint.
It's sign writing paint. It's a very famous sign writing paint from America.
It's very expensive paint, but I'll tell you what, it's still lasting. That's over 10 years old.
It's a baby. That kind of paint should last for 50 years outdoors.
Yeah.
Supposedly, that's its guarantee from company.
Lisa says it's all in the prepping on how you prep.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, 90% of my sign writing course that I went on were preparing the surface. If you don't prepare the surface right, it don't matter how good your paint is, it's going to crack and peel and fall off quickly. Yeah. So it's all about surface preparation. And that's why sign writers spend 2 weeks prepping a board, getting it all nice and set up, and then 10 minutes sign writing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we have Memorial Day coming up real soon here in the States. And you guys celebrate Memorial Day too, right?
Do we? No, I don't think
so. I don't think they do.
No, it's an American thing. That I think Canada does. I'm not sure. I think Canada does.
Okay. Well, she painted that on Memorial Day weekend 10 years ago. So,
wow.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Oh, Buzzard Bait says your painting reminds him of his mother. It really looks like his mother.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, that's nice. It's good that you've got a connection.
Grayscale says it's fabulous.
it is fabulous. Yeah. How old is this painting? What era is it supposed to be in, Mr. Jackson? Like,
Well, I mean, it's a modern photograph of somebody wearing what I consider some sort of either extremely extravagant ball dress or maybe a bridal dress. It's like a bridal dress.
Yeah, it's like think of a bridal dress.
yeah.
Anyway, so we were talking about this area here, this extended area. What I've done is I've rubbed off the wax now, so I can paint back on it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, cool. Oh, okay.
Okay. Oh, thank you for the super chat, Gracie. Thank you for the super chat.
Oh,
Diana's starting to dance.
yeah, get on the chair, Diana.
Yeah.
Diana, did you
just
lose
like
weight?
me. I have to have like fancy boots on. I'm gonna get magic wands, lighted magic wands. They're coming in the mail soon.
Diana, if you lose any more weight, you're gonna disappear.
Get out of here. I have not lost weight. I've maintained
look
my
like-
weight. I'm overweight. I'm overweight and I've maintained the overweightedness.
Oh dear.
I haven't
Yeah,
gained
you know what?
weight.
Yeah, it's a
You
true
got
fact.
Lisa cracking up over here.
Yeah, right here I look skinny. Don't look at my belly.
She's laughing because of the fact that she thinks it's funny when skinny women say that they're fat.
Say that they're fat.
Oh God, I'm sorry. I'm at a high time weight.
Do you know what they call that, Diana? They call that denial.
But thank you, Lisa. And
Yeah, that's right, Gracie.
Gracie's skinny.
Have you noticed how she goes along more and more? Gracie, she's more bold in her expression.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah.
I've got to do something. We sat here. You're the artist today, so you know.
Right, that's a very profound statement.
Yeah. Gracie's gonna take over YouTube. Watch.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
No.
PewDiePie, who's he?
No.
Yeah, who's Ian? Who's Paul? What? Get out of here.
Huh?
That will never happen.
You said that. You said that about acrylic painting, but look at you.
Oh yeah, look what happens.
What happened to you?
Yeah. And now she's taking a watercolor vacation, she says. Well, we'll see about that.
Tell me about it, Paul. All them hours I put into her.
Yeah, she's betraying you, Ian.
Oh, come on. It's worth it.
Hey, Paul.
She's never sold a painting in her life, and now she's painted for watercolors for 5 years, never sold a painting. And one of her first acrylic paintings, she sells it. What's that tell you?
Great. I mean, we're only having a laugh and a joke here, but
How about that, Diana?
Paul,
That's right.
Paul will appreciate this because I think it's like his generation of people that he'll recognise. Bob Dylan, right?
Oh, I know.
In early 1970s, he was synonymous with folk music and acoustic guitar, and he came on stage once at this big concert with an electric guitar, and guess what somebody said?
Yeah.
Judas. So
What did he say?
Yeah. Judas.
Oh, Judas.
I bet
He
that
got
one-
booed.
He got booed. Yeah, he got booed off stage
I'm not surprised.
because people knew him for being an acoustic guitar player, and just because he came on with this one song,
Yeah.
for that,
And he got
booed off, and somebody shouted Judas. It's called the Judas moment.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
I'm able now to, because I've rubbed it out, the wax, I can now paint on it. But that's helpful. helped me an awful lot with
Yeah.
not having to faff about, do all the detail. And it's a bit small, but it has masked everything for me during that time. The only thing I really want to do now at the moment, and I will run out of time with the majority today, but I'll probably finish it all off later.
Because I'm the timekeeper at this place. It is 10 to 11.
So I've got 10 minutes, and I don't think I'm going to do it.
Let's do overtime.
Well, that's all to do with
Lady Diana. Lady Diana.
Whether she can.
Yeah.
Well, it
Lady?
depends on how much overtime.
How much overtime? I love it. See, I got her. I got her already. So let's put the time out. We'll negotiate.
Yeah. Let's negotiate, people.
She's considering, so I already got her on the hook. So we give it a pull and really reel her in.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay, I say 25 minutes.
Deal with it.
we're up to
Okay, I can probably do that.
we're up to 22 thumbs up. I just thought I'd add
Woo! Thank you for coming in, everybody. Awesome.
Paul, don't you think we should have the finger puppets if it's 22?
Yeah,
Well,
absolutely.
I push me look.
25.
Push me
Oh,
look.
come on, 22.
Last week
And Diana, when you bring out the puppets, none of that naughty stuff where you had them, touching each other and stuff like that.
Not doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you chewed by the phone on that, Diana.
No, I never did that.
We are a socially responsible.
We witnessed it. Lisa said you had. What it was funny was, it was innocent because you had 3 puppets on one hand or 2 on one hand, but the 2 fingers. So you were focusing one puppet on one hand and one on the other, but you had one on your pinky, and that pinky was bending in, and those 2 puppets were like touching in the wrong areas.
Lascivious manner.
In a lascivious, lascivious manner.
You saw it here first.
A long time.
Only on Ian Friday. You don't get it anywhere else.
Yeah.
And then when I saw that, that's when I said, "Oh no, don't do that," because one was Ian and one was me, and that wasn't right.
Was it? No. All right. So I mean, thing is, right? We're still in a period of lockdown. So these if you do a little puppet dance, they need to be socially distanced.
Well, you can actually break that rule if you wear a mask. So she's gonna have to put on those little masks.
Diana have to wear it? Oh, it's all right. Diana's got the world supply of masks at her house.
I also heard she hoarded all the toilet paper too.
Yeah, she did. Yeah.
What? What are you talking about?
We know what's in your garage.
You see, denial. It's denial, Diana. Denial. Accept.
You open up Diana Garage's door, and there's probably like half of it is probably all the
toilet paper,
and then the other half is the sanitizer.
Yeah.
And all the neighbors are wondering why her husband's always parking the car out in the front when he usually goes in the garage. But that's why.
Well, that's it. That's why
he's sorry the pizza's cold. He's been waiting backstage, but he doesn't have a link, so he wasn't really waiting backstage.
Oh, Slee Stack. Go and reheat the pizza, Slee Stack. We'll be when you get back.
He might have gone on an old link.
Old links don't work.
I've been, when I've come on your link once.
Anyway, he's not there.
A list of, well, it won't be if he's on another link.
Yeah.
Lisa says your painting is like an Art Nouveau.
It is.
I suppose
it's almost real.
It's the 1920s stroke 1930s, the kind of dress.
Yeah, that's it.
Right.
How is that?
That's like the latter stages of the Nouveau period, early to mid excuse me, early to mid Art Deco period, and that's what they liked about things, curves.
Oh,
curvy, weren't they?
Mr.
So-
Simsack says Gracie and Diana took all the pizza. Oh, yeah, maybe
Who
we
said that?
Who took all the pizza? Who took all the pizza? Who took all the pizza? Gracie and Stack. They took the pizza. Dee, 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 dee. I
And
could have
then,
made that a lot worse than what it were.
Diana, I have a question.
Yeah.
Shall we put in a shameless plug on Ian Friday, or shall we do this another time?
I think we should do a
Yeah,
challenge.
What about the thing we're organizing?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, we can. We can, but of course we're gonna. It's very far from the. It's 3 weeks away, but go. Yes, we can go. Yeah, you go ahead. You say it.
No time like the
so-
present.
Do you want me to do a drum roll?
We're going to take advantage of the huge audience that Ian Jackson draws, because he's very famous. So we're going to put in a shameless plug and take advantage of that by asking people to share, to pay attention on Diana's channel on the first Sunday of June. I think it's 3:00 Eastern time in the United States. Diana and I are going to be on panel, and we're doing a VIP community chat. It's for the blind community, or even for anybody, even sighted people.
It's for the VIP community.
It'll be educational as well as also, empathetic. So
explain for the explain for those who are not familiar what the VIP community is.
Okay, all right. So VIP is a very important person. That's what what we're used to. But the blind community created a VIP for visually impaired people.
Right. Okay.
And visually impaired people are VIPs, and they're very important people too. We all are. So
everybody is, but especially
it's cute.
those
cute.
who have to
So
deal
people
with.
say blind community. Some people say VIP community.
Can I just read what Lisa said? Did I interrupt you then? Sorry.
No, you're fine. See, she's taking over.
I'm trying to do my job.
When's she getting bossy?
See, it's her job. It's going at him. This is how it starts.
Lisa says, Aquanet, oh my God, I know what that is. I'm so old.
But they still make Aquanet. I'm pretty sure they still make it. That's why Mystic mentioned that brand name, because I'm pretty sure they still make that brand.
Talking about
but it's a very old brand. It's like it's from the 70s, definitely, maybe from the 60s, but I know it's definitely from the 70s.
Oh well, that takes me back. I used to have. I still dab on a bit of karate.
So if you're interested, join in on the chat. You can also come on panel if you feel like it. It's going to be geared toward empathy, but also educational on top of it. When people are struggling, especially people that have seen before and then lose their sight recently, they're always, like me, I was looking for other people like me to help me. So there's not too much of that going on YouTube as far as doing it with StreamYard and having people on panel and stuff. So it's going to be like other live streams that other people do, but it will be for the VIP community, and then also for sighted people to be educated on the blind community, and things like what to say and not to say, and how do you approach a blind person? What's the correct way? You just don't grab them or touch them or shove them, things like that. So
I've got to say, just a personal experience of I've been blind in one of my eyes all my life, right? So I'm used to a certain level of sight impairment, right?
Yes, right. So you are a VIP technically.
Well, I mean, it didn't really affect me because I could see perfectly normally out of one of my other eyes, right? So, but recently, that good eye that worked, I started having problems with that, and that actually started making me feel very, with my vision, very insecure.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
I've so heavily
Relying on
relied
visual.
on that one eye working, that
Yeah.
I didn't really think about the fact that I've got an overall visual issue.
Yes. I'm pretty much like you, Ian, but now it's gotten really bad. Same
Can
thing. Blind in one eye all my life. And then the other eye, slowly deteriorating. And then I ended up having routine surgery and I lost all of it. I was seeing black. I thought I would never see the light of day again. And after about 2 months of a couple surgeries, very delicate, risky surgeries, I got some of it back, but I can't function. I can't, and I'm at the age now that I can collect Social Security, disability, and it's like I'm retired. So I'm in that category where I have less than 10 degrees vision, and my acuity at best is 2200. So that puts me in the legally blind category.
Starts at 2200 vision, but that acuity angle of acuity, I don't know about that. What that starts at, but technically legal blindness starts at 2200 vision. So you're right at the beginning of that's still a lot of functionality, but except you say your side views, whatever your peripheral vision is impacted.
If you wake up on the morning and you've got perfectly good sight normally, right, and there's some interference in your eye, you can't see. It's an extreme annoyance, and you can't function, right? And that might only be a temporary thing, right? You might just have a speck of dust in your eye that's annoying you. Whereas long-term issues, when you can't see for whatever reason, it creates and causes a problem.
Yes.
Whether that be short-term or long-term.
But then here's where other people come in, Ian, that have been there, done that, and they have adjusted, and they have very good advice and encouragement, and that's the empathy part of why I want to do this.
That's important, isn't it? The fact that there are people who've gone through all of this, and they know they've got coping mechanisms, whether that be a short-term sight problem or a lifelong sight problem. With certain sight problems that I have, it's been a lifelong issue to deal with. I have to, because I've only got good sight in one eye, I've had to learn to tilt my eye to a certain angle just to see centrally.
Yeah.
And people think I'm looking off to the side, and I'm not. I'm looking centrally because I've only got eyesight in one eye.
And there's also people out there that have central vision. They don't have
my central vision has been impacted. So I look off to the side just a little bit, but kids are very sensitive to it. So when I was teaching, they keep looking behind their head, thinking I was looking behind them when I wasn't. But adults, they don't notice it so much. Kids are so sensitive to it.
I think adults realize that we don't live in a perfect world, and you can tell when a person has issues with sight impairment. I can anyway. They tend not to look directly. Naturally, as humans, when we're talking to one another, we look at one another.
I asked my husband, I say, now look how I'm looking. Does it look like I'm looking? Does it look like I'm not looking at you? And he says, no, it looks like you're looking at me. I'm like, I don't know. So,
well, because you can see what is centered in your universe. You can see what is centered. Another person looking from a completely different angle will not necessarily tell that you're not looking at them from a centered viewpoint. But you still have to
So a lot of people that have that problem, Ian, I've come across some videos or some suggestions that they tune in so well with their hearing that they self-adjust to the sound of that person's voice and make up for that offsetterness of their eye.
You will find that people who have impairments in various, not just sight, will have a more acute sense of either hearing or a sense of touch or something like that.
Yes.
The body does respond to the lack of stimulation that it gets.
When this happened to me with the surgery, and then went completely dark, those 8 weeks that it was completely dark, I noticed my hearing improve.
Right.
We would go to the grocery store, and I would just hold the cart, and Lisa would pull the cart on the front end, and I would just follow along on the cart, and Lisa would guide us around. And the noise from all the shopping carts in the store was maddening to me. It was like, this is too much. Or we went into a restaurant and everyone's talking. I'm like, I can't stand this noise. We got to get out of here. And then when my sight slowly started coming back, I noticed that hearing acuity went away.
Yeah.
So when you get
adapt to things like that. Yeah, absolutely.
So it's fascinating that the human body, when it doesn't have visual stimulation, how it automatically enhances all your other senses.
And again, if we know that, then we know that people who are blind may be very sensitive to hearing. Then that's why we need to speak to them in a more not as loud. The problem is with some people is we tend to think when people are blind, they've got other impairments.
There are tons and tons
we speak to people like that very loud. Can you understand?
Yeah. There's a ton of skits, comedy skits of that scenario.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And the thing
also a quick funny story. We were in Amsterdam. My father passed away, and we buried my father in England, and we had a connecting flight on the way home in Amsterdam, and one of the connecting flights ended up having a delay because there's all that fog all the time over there. So we were at the counter, and there was like 200 people waiting to try to get a different connecting flight in. And there was this poor Italian guy. He didn't know a lick of English. And they were trying to find an interpreter for him. And this woman is screaming at the guy, thinking that he's stupid or can't hear. She's like, "You used the auto bus," and I'm like, "Oh my God, why is she yelling at this guy?" It's, he just doesn't understand English.
That's it. When
he's not deaf.
A person who doesn't speak a language has got like an impairment in that sense, haven't they? So they automatically, you speaky English, speaky. People automatically like.
Yeah, why are you screaming?
Shout to people as though that's going to make it easier for them.
Make a difference, and it doesn't. It makes it worse, actually, if you think about it.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Makes it 100% worse.
It's funny, the human spirit,
Yeah, it is.
It's like
we do it naturally, though. That's the problem.
Well, my dad's like that. My dad says he's not deaf, right? Says it every day, pretty much. And then I have to shout at him so he can hear me. And
yeah, there's a difference between somebody that you have to speak loud to.
I know.
The thing is, you don't need to speak loud to. You need to speak pronounced.
Yeah, true.
And break up your words.
The Brits are good for that.
Yeah.
Well, we speak like that anyway. We're not one of the. I mean, take Japanese, right? I don't speak Japanese, but when I hear people speak Japanese, it's and they said hello to you. That's all they said to you. They just said hello. It's And you go, huh?
Although the real thick Yorkshire accent is pretty slang.
It is.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's times I can't understand. You know,
Especially with
I would talk to my sister and I would say, you know, you speak English, will you? And she goes, I am. And I said, okay, speak American then.
Do you know, Paul, I had somebody in my stream yesterday saying, why can't English people speak English?
Well, see, Linda was, my sister was born in America. So my whole family screwed up. I was born in England and I'm in America, and Linda, my sister was born in the United States and lives in England. So.
Oh wow, cool.
Whereabouts in England? Is she in Yorkshire?
She's in Holmesfirth.
Holmesfirth. Oh, she'll ask her if she knows a very famous artist called Ashley Jackson.
Well, we don't talk anymore.
Oh, do you know? Oh, wow.
Yeah, there's a big fallout in the family after my dad's death.
Oh, tell me about it.
Yeah,
I've got that to come.
I'm not gonna talk about it because I don't want to put negativity out in the world.
No, that's fine.
But yeah, we don't talk.
Oh,
unfortunately. But you know what? You move on. I mean, I try to. You guys are more family to me than my own family because I focus on positive energy people, positive people. You got to get the negative people out of your life, and if it's family, then you have to do that too.
Yeah.
Well, you can't get any more positive and positive energy than Diane and Gracie.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh, thank you.
And Ian too.
Oh no, I'm dark side at force, man.
Yeah, a little bit.
I couldn't put me thingy up today. Ian Dark Lord of the Jaffa.
No, because it's
too much space.
Yeah, one day you're gonna get the Jaffa cakes.
I'm
working on the Jolly Ranchers.
I mean, in theory, we have come out of lockdown now, although we can't go about doing everything, right? No. So give it another month or so, and we might be out of lockdown. We might be. I don't know.
That noise that I'm hearing in the background sounds like a candy wrapper.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. There you go.
I knew he was messing around. I knew it.
Jaffa cake.
Are you messing around with Jaffa cakes, Mr. Jackson?
That's awesome.
I got a box of Jaffa cakes, a special box. I don't know whether it's like good.
Where did you get it from? I'm curious.
From a local supermarket. I'm not telling you.
He knows a Russian that knows a Russian.
I'm not telling you my where I get my stash of equipment.
No. Your
You'll travel all the way up to Yorkshire and bulk buy them. I know you, Gracie.
Yeah, Jaffa cake
and sell them on to.
That would be a great scene in a movie. That would be a great scene in the movie. I could see Ian with a top hat and an overcoat, and it's a real foggy day in England, like it usually is. And he meets some Russian, and I have these Java cakes for you. Yes, okay.
Yes, Mr. Jackson, your Java cakes are ready.
There's always a Russian involved, isn't there?
And then somehow Trump is going to be blamed too because he coindled with the Russians and so and then now Ian's part of it.
Yeah, and then Trump will be going on about fake news and then Russian.
Yeah, and then the whole world's coming to the end, but all it was for Jaffa cakes.
That's it. That's been my plan. You found my secret plan, Mr. Bond.
I'll be back in a minute.
Right, so we're in the Twilight Zone now, aren't we?
Does that mean the lights
go? Wait a minute. Can I just clarify something?
Yes, go ahead.
For those of you who are, I don't know, tweenies or whatever they call them.
Tweenies?
tweenies, people who are in the 20s.
Oh, boo.
I call them millennials.
Millennials. Well, millennials, not necessarily, because apparently millennials are people who are just before the millennium,
Ah.
which
Wow.
makes them
Yeah,
older
which
than
I never
20.
understood that shit at all. That's crazy.
Thank you.
You would have thought that millennials would have started it from 2000 onwards.
Yeah, yeah.
But
They're really from the 90s. Yeah, I know. Both my sons were born in the late 80s, and they're considered millennials.
oh no, at late 80s, right up to 80s is what they call Generation X.
Okay, well, yeah.
After 1990 up to 2000, they are considered part of the millennials.
You know, I'm just going to put you in my pocket and take you around everywhere and just pull you out.
Well, we had this conversation a while ago with somebody, and we were talking about what because we've got Generation Z now.
Really?
Yeah.
I think Gracie, I think he's making all this stuff up sometimes.
It does kind of making me think that he's making it.
Well,
because I don't think there's anybody. I mean,
look it up. Generation Z.
Okay.
Oh, millennials are from 81 to 96, Mr. Jackson. Lisa looked it up, and that's Google, and I'm going to follow Google.
Yeah.
81.
81 to 96.
Why would they be millennial?
I don't know. That's what's stupid.
I know it goes before 2000. I thought it was 10 years, but there you go.
Black is black, white is white, blue is blue, the grass is green. Why the hell's millennial from 81 to 96? It's like,
because we're in a mixed up world. That's why. And there's loads of propaganda, and it's all rubbish.
And Russians.
Well, yeah, we do have Russian people in amongst the world, yeah.
Yeah, amongst the world, yeah.
Well, hey, don't dish the Russians. Some of my favourite paints are from Russia.
Oh, and me, yeah.
and the dirt cheap as well.
Yeah.
Go to a ruble. If I get a ruble,
yeah,
which is the financial money in Russia, a ruble, and I walk into an art shop in Russia, I can buy a full pack of paints.
Yeah, there you go.
If I went with $1 into a shop in America for a pack of paints, they'd probably send me to the dollar store and say, "Get some from there, mate."
They'd probably throw the money at you.
I'm back.
Oh, welcome back.
Right. So she's got a refill.
Is that vodka? Is that
a refill? I see Pink Road. I agree, Diana. I need a drink too. Just don't have one. No, I didn't get a refill.
Are you having vodka and orange?
No, I'm drinking water, plain water.
Mystic says that. Anyway, did you click on to where we were with the? We're talking about millennials.
Millennials and zennials, and what Mystic says she's a zennial.
Yeah. Anybody from 80s? They're Generation X, aren't they, or Zennial?
Generation X. I've heard of that. So Zennial. So their X is short for Zennial. Then.
Hold on. It
goes along in letters.
If I was born in 78, what does that make me then?
Old.
Thank you. No, I mean.
No, it doesn't. It makes you a Generation X. Part of Generation X.
Generation X.
Right, but they were boomers, right, and that's anybody from up to 1970. Yeah. Right, they're boomers. Right. Baby boom generation. Right. Mm-hmm. After that, you had Generation X.
Are you sure you're not making this up?
Yeah, I don't think
I've looked. Yeah.
Hold on. Lisa's going to fact check.
I believe you, Ian. I believe you.
That's why you got. That's why you got. Some people get called boomers. Oh, you old boomer.
Boomers.
And that's like the generation.
Mr. Jackson.
Yes.
Okay. You have been fact checked.
Have I? I
Yes.
thought it's a fact check. Then I thought you were going to send me a fact check. That's nice.
No. You guys are actually getting more money than we are stimulus wise. So hush up.
I'm getting. Do you know exactly how much stimulus money I'm getting? Have a guess.
You're supposed to. You guys are getting $3,000 every month till October.
I'm not.
No,
I'm
no.
getting. Thing is, at the end of the day, it's all. If you get it, there's strings attached. So very few people are asking for it.
46 to 64. So, anyways, boomers are 46 to 64.
Ah.
Oh,
Really?
Yep.
what? So Generation X is from 64 onwards?
Yeah, 65 to 88.
65 to 79.
Yeah.
Somebody in the chat said 65 to 88.
So what's after Generation X?
Yeah.
Generation Y.
Generation Y.
What?
Wow. There you go.
Yes, Generation Y, which is also millennials, which millennials start with M. So why the hell is that Generation Y? I'm even more messed up.
I think they've properly messed it up, haven't they? Obviously, nobody knows what's what.
Yeah.
But anyway.
So, X, Y, Z, right? Yeah. I still know my alphabet. Okay, so Y comes after X, so that's the Generation Y. And for some reason, people call them millennials.
Yeah,
because they were born in the millennia.
Stuck in
Millennium.
Towards the end of the
millennium.
And after the millennia.
Oh, and then the Zennials are 75 to 85. They kind of like overlap.
All right. So I don't know why.
I want to know who makes up this crap. I mean,
popular culture. That's what makes. That's it.
They need to be given a proper job, Paul.
I guess we should put on the.
They need to get a proper job. Those sort of people.
I don't know.
Rubbish.
Like what we've done with Gracie, we've given her a proper job.
Yeah, exactly.
Like she's not settled. Before she didn't have a proper job, she weren't properly settled. And now look at her. She's a model. Although she does paint in acrylics now and again.
Oh, there we go.
Obviously, I'm having nothing to do with.
Oh my goodness. That's going to be on my gravestone, isn't it? Oh, she was a watercolor painter, but then she turned to acrylics.
When she's no longer with us, even if I'm dead and I come back as a ghost, I'm going to bring a chisel and I'm going to go chisel it out onto.
Oh, we could do like a Christmas carol about watercolor.
Oh, Grayscale makes a good point. He says he's waiting for the Corona Linnels.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, they'll be next ones, weren't they? People who were born in 2020, the Coronillians.
How do you say it? The Coronillians. Oh man, that's tough.
No, it's too.
Corona Linnels. Well, that's what he's saying. Corona Linnels.
There is so going to be a better.
COVID deals.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Say that again, Ian.
COVID deals.
No,
wait a minute. You can't have that because at the end of the day, COVID were around in 1960s.
Yeah.
COVID stands for coronavirus disease. COVID. 19 stands for 2019.
Very good, Diana.
Yeah.
Which is when they were found.
This is the teacher in her that comes out and straightens us all out.
Just on the subject of where it were found, I was reading the other day that where it were first detected, they've come out of out of lockdown and back into normal everyday human society and going about the business. And guess what's happened?
What happened?
They've had a new spike.
Well, I believe it. That they people said that. I mean, it was predicted that could happen.
That's why I'm staying in lockdown till September, and then in September I'm going into my classic. I'm going in early. I'm going into me what they call my hibernation mode for winter.
Yeah,
that sounds like a good plan.
I heard that England's going to be widely affected because of the fact that you guys are on an island, and then you self-isolated, and you did such a good job with it that the herding effect hasn't happened yet. Where enough people have contracted the virus, survived, and now are immune. So your immunity in your country is not going to be
there's questions whether that really creates immunity in everyone.
Yeah. You can only have herd immunity if the vast majority of people don't have it, but there's a large number of people who've got it that can pass it on. So those people need to be isolated. It's a bit like, but
what I'm talking about, Ian, is that when people contract the virus, go through the process. Everything is still new, so they don't know 100%, but chances are now you are immune to it. If you come in contact with it again. So when there's enough people that ended up contracting the virus, it kind of burns out, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, your country is surrounded, by water, and so you're an island, and then on top of it, you guys did an excellent job shutting down. That there's not enough people in your country that have contracted the virus to be immune later. So when things open up in the world, you guys might be in trouble.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about.
Yeah. But then again, the statistics show that in Europe, we are the highest death rate of anybody in Europe.
Really?
Now. Yeah.
Yeah, you are creeping up.
More than Spain and Italy.
Yeah, I noticed that.
But on a good note, we have in last day or so come out with 100% accurate test for those who've had it.
Oh, the antibody test.
Yeah, an antibody test that's 100% accurate. So that's what they're planning on doing, getting to see how many people have.
Yeah.
I think that's a better test than keep testing people to see whether they've got it.
Well, absolutely.
Because at least know how many's had it, and and it's a lot better system than trying to. Because they could test me to see whether I've got it. Not the test could come through a day later. I could have caught it in that 24-hour period. I could have caught it from someone else.
Yeah, that's the problem.
So what's the point in having a test to see if you've got it? You might as well have a test to see whether you've had it.
Yeah,
it's better to.
So you guys, I know we're in the process of trying to perfect that too. So lately, I think I heard that it's starting to get better, but at the beginning, it was a nightmare because they got false positives and false negatives before on the antibiotic. So.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
It's a tricky business.
It's very scary. Very scary.
You know what? I'm not too worried about it, Gracie. Don't scare yourself to death, because a lot of this, I think, is them putting fear out there to begin with.
Yeah.
Personally, my opinion, I think they're up to something.
It does make you wonder, doesn't it?
My eyes are wide open because I've never seen money given away like this before in my entire life.
No, me neither.
Oh,
they're up to something.
Theory. You know, we've been.
I'm not a conspiratist, but I do have a mind, and my eyes are wide open, and this is strange.
It is weird. Absolutely. Never known anything like it in my lifetime.
Yeah, but thing is, in America, some might say, "Oh well, they're doing that because it's an election year and it's good for popularity."
Yeah, but the whole world is shut down, Ian. So that's weird.
Yeah, I mean, look, Britain's throwing money left, right, and centre at various things, right?
Yeah.
But every time you look into it, there's always some sort of arm twist.
Yeah.
They're not giving any money away. They're just giving it you temporarily so they can gain it back off you later.
Yeah, there's a price to it. What is that price? That's what I'm worried about.
Nobody gives money away for nothing. No such thing.
You're either going to pay for it financially, or we are already paying for it with our civil liberties.
Well, taxes will just go up, won't they? And they'll say, "Oh well, we've had such a hard hit, and we've had to look after everybody, and all that sort of stuff," which is what the job of being a government is in anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've heard people talk about the global elite. You know, our leaders are just like puppets, basically. The global elite that are, you know, have all the money in the world. They're the ones that are trying to control all this. And there's a theory out there that when you want to start controlling civil liberties and all that stuff, you create chaos like this, take away civil liberties, and then now we don't. Right now, technically, we're violating our Constitution for the right to assemble.
Yeah.
We can't have more than 10 people right now assembled.
Yeah. In that context, the thing is, at the end of the day, you can't have a set of laws that are so rigid that it actually contributes to it being a problem.
I know, Ian. It's a back and forth. You can look at it both ways.
As long as that is temporary, then that's fine. That's for the good of the people.
Right. And my eyes are wide open watching this, making sure.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Put it this way. These rules are in place, but they're only rules for now. If they want me to remain a loyal subject, then I can assure you they need to relax that. If not, then that's the end of my entire abiding by the law with whatever they say.
Right,
because
right.
Trying to tweak the system to get the wrong road.
Yes, correct. I'm thinking, you know, more like we're not going to go back to 100% normal like we were before. We're still going to sacrifice something.
Thank you for
that little bit gets taken away.
This is your favorite moment.
What's that?
This is when we get the
on the chair.
No, it's working. Hey,
Diana, yeah, she's doing the.
Diana,
thank you for the super chat, Lisa B. Thank you for the super chat, Lisa B.
There you go.
Dance, fever, dance.
When we were
night fever. You know how to do it.
Copyright 1978.
Oh yeah,
Night fever,
I think it was 1978. I'm not quite sure on that one. It might have been 1977. You're allowed to actually correct me on that one.
I can see Diana on the dance floor back in the 70s doing that stuff.
With John Travolta. I can see it with John Travolta. Do you know what I can see? I can actually, you know, what's that other one that women like? Is it Ghost, where it picks her up in air and
Oh yeah, Ghost.
Yeah.
Women seem to think that men can actually do that. Do you know? There's actually a program about how they did that.
Super chat, Gracie.
You're welcome.
Yay! Super chat.
Super chat.
If you didn't talk to guys, I've been.
Thank you for the super chat, Gracie. Super chat.
I need to talk. I've got to go and be a moderator for a friend soon. So
yeah, it's time to wrap it up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
see, we got you, Diana. 37 minutes overtime. Nice.
Yeah,
I
37.
know, that's an extra
I
bonus.
caught a big fish.
Yes, you did.
Got a big fish.
Well, I hope everybody enjoyed this. It's kind
It's
of
wow.
while we were jibber jabbering.
Don't you think
It's my fault. I put everything on Skilter.
it looks real, Ian? Wow.
Mm.
Very nice.
Yeah, do you know what? Azzy Muse has made a big, bold, and correct statement. We need to know. We need to do what's best for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
At this moment in time.
Yeah.
We aren't got to start thinking about our own selfish bits that we want.
Did the princess get the delivery of the Jaffa cakes, or is she
No,
still?
she's still awaiting her Jaffa cakes.
She's still look, she's wasting away because she's not got her Jaffa cakes.
No,
There you go.
it's all right. We'll pump her with some vintage Diane lager.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Some
Or whatever it is that Diane goes off and has a drink of.
Oh,
really?
it's a bucket. It's a bucket
What is
of
my
vodka. Is
drink?
what she's
A
drinking.
bucket of vodka. Hey, is that vodka supplied by that same person who supplies me my Jaffa cakes?
It
Yes.
probably might be on the black market.
Vladdy,
No,
Don't
it's
say it too
my
loud, though.
friend. They
from
closed the
Vladdy
state
vodka.
stores in my state. They closed the state stores in my state where you can't buy liquor. The beer distributors are open, but the places where you buy liquor, they've closed them. They call them state stores because they're government run. They've closed them all down. So we have a friend that goes to New Jersey and buys liquor for us.
Is that why you've got the shakes?
Yeah, well, I'm worried because he works with the public. He works with the public, and we don't know if we ever gonna catch the virus and spread,
I mean,
might have it and spread it. So I don't allow him in the house, but he's been in the kitchen.
ew. Yeah, I wonder during this period where everything's been locked down and you can't go to your local bar, how people who have a problem with alcoholic addiction have coped.
They instead of a bar, they just buy it at a store.
Yeah, but some places have not had even had cans of alcohol.
Yeah, but there's ways to make it.
Oh yeah, oh that is a very dangerous thing to do, isn't it?
No, you can make wine with yeast, grape juice,
wine.
and sugar. That's it.
Yeah, but I mean, we're talking about hardcore alkies who have to have it virtually injected into themselves. A glass of wine ain't gonna do it for
Maybe
them.
a lot of them are going into treatment, the rehab.
Maybe.
Well, I'm not being funny about this, but a person who does actually have a problem with alcohol,
they drink things like extract. Like they'll drink something like vanilla or lemon extract. They'll drink hand sanitizer.
Yeah, but
cough medicine.
Well, that's incredibly dangerous, isn't it? But
Diana, you have Walmart by you, right?
No, actually we don't. I have Target, no Walmart.
Really? Because Walmart sells liquor.
Yeah.
But,
no, we don't have Walmart near us. We only have Target.
Wow. Wow, you're like the only town, Walmart's everywhere.
And there's no dollar store near me either.
Wow, where are you, under a rock?
No, I live in a wealthy area, so that's why they don't need a Walmart or a dollar.
Oh, snooty now, are we? I live in a very wealthy area. Screw you.
Yeah, that's what their road sign says.
Oh my God.
Okay, on that note, close out.
That means when I come visit you, you're gonna roll out the red carpet?
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
Nice. You got a little awning and a carpet on the sidewalk and all that stuff?
Yeah.
No, I said we live in a wealthy area. I didn't say we're wealthy.
I'm not saying anything.
Well, if you're not wealthy, how are you in a wealthy area?
We're comfortable, but we're not. I don't know. We're not wealthy. We're just comfortable.
Yeah, comfortable. Yeah.
Okay.
But there's a lot of wealthy. There's a lot. This is a. This, I'm sorry, but it is kind of. It is pretty well. It is a wealthy area, though. I don't know why. If that, I don't know why we don't have a dollar store or Walmart. That's my guess.
That's
I
crazy.
have an Aldi's near me. I have an Aldi's near me, and I live in the countryside.
Yeah.
No Aldi's either. We got Whole Foods. Whole Foods are expensive.
You know what?
Oh yeah, they're very expensive.
Yeah, we got Whole Foods.
Rural area, and I've got about 5 Aldi's in space of 5 miles.
Yeah. Yeah, it's quite a lot of Aldi's.
Actually, the main distribution centre for the north of England is in my village,
Wow.
Goldthorpe.
Pennsylvania is beautiful though, with the rolling hills.
Yeah.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Is it me, or has chat gone a bit slower?
Oh yeah, a lot of people left. Like only like 7 people. There's only 7 people. There was like up to 15 or more in here before.
We bored them. It's all my fault. I started it.
Yeah. There's 6 now.
They're like, oh, Paul's here now, so it's not even going to be about art anymore.
Yeah, I think everybody's gone.
Yeah. So anyway, guys, wrapping up.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up.
See you later. I've got to go. I was supposed to be moderating at 11 o'clock, and it's now 11:43.
Oh my God, you better crack on.
Bye.
Thank you for the super chats, and thank you for the thank you everybody for all the thumbs up, and thank you to my guest artist Ian Jackson. Thank you to the people on the panel that made it a party.
Bye, Paul.
Bye, bye, Gracie. Bye, Ian. Bye, Diana.
Bye.
Bye, everyone in the chat.